Alright, we're going to look at how to write a conclusion paragraph. And while it's a little daunting, it's really not that hard if you kind of get the concept. Here's what, here's what you need to do. First thing you need to do is include a slightly reworded thesis statement in your paragraph sentence. Don't start with the word in conclusion, just start within your thesis statement. A good reader can make a conclusion, make the inference that you're writing a conclusion because it's the last paragraph of your essay. You don't need to tell them. So you're going to include a slightly reworded thesis statement to reiterate your main idea. And then you're going to explain briefly why what you wrote about in your essay matters for the real world. And here's 3 examples, and these 3 examples will be linked on this assignment. So conclusion paragraph should have a reworded thesis and a brief explanation of why the ideas in your essay matter in the real world. Let's take a look at example 1. The thesis in this case was that the theme of the book The Help is standing up to discrimination will make things better for a community. Okay, so the theme is standing up to discrimination will make things better for a community. So because of that idea, what could people learn about the world we live in now? Well, they said it is important to know this in the real world because in the 21st century there's still discrimination in some communities. This book shows that you can't just sit around and let it happen, you have to stand up for others. Cool, that works. Let's take a look at the next example. Example 2 says that the major theme of the book Cut by Patricia McCormick is that it takes self-control to stop addiction. And they do re-went over those ways that the theme was created, which is a great thing to do also. But the big idea is that it takes self-control to stop addiction. So why does that idea matter? Why should someone read this essay? What they're saying is that the book teaches us how to stop our addictions, like how Callie had to beat hers in order for her to go home and pass through her life. I learned from the book that it's okay to talk to people about addiction, and no matter what, I need to face life and not run away from it. Cool, that works. Let's take a look at the last example. The last example, the theme of Animal Farm by George Orwell, is that if too few people possess too much power, they will use it for selfish or greedy reasons. Okay, so this is the main idea of their essay. So why does that matter? They said this book matters in real life because it shows difference in equality and shows how some can use power for misguided reasons. Also, Animal Farm can show that there will always be those who will do anything to gain power from whatever they can find it. The 7 Commandments represented the laws we follow, and how Napoleon bent the 7 Commandments can be looked at as those who have enough power to do as they please. These things the person's referencing are details from the book. People who have read this book have a different perspective on how people can control others and use power for bad purposes. So in all 3 cases, they reworded their thesis statement and they kind of took the ideas in their essay and moved them beyond just their essay and explained why does that matter for the world we live in. That's what you need to do right now.